That looks a little high. They've got pages and pages and pages of how to adjust a sawmill. This is not that. Thanks for visiting our sawmill. Hey folks, Robert Milton coming back at you from Hobby Hardwood, Alabama for our next weekly visit. Not real happy right now. One of my buddies let me know that one of my nuts was loose. He's a good sawmilling friend of mine and he happened to catch it. So now I need to fix it. And after he told me my nuts were loose, the first thing I did was check. Hey, my zipper was up, so it must have something to do with the sawmill. And so I started looking around. He pointed me in the right direction, and sure enough, right down here, right here, and in fact, also right there, you can see where the paint's been chipped, and that means it's been moving. In all likelihood, as my nuts move down, the bed rails move down as well. Oh man, I could have some fun with this. Don't get me wrong, in the Wood-Mizer manual, I'm sure your sawmill manual, they've got pages and pages and pages of how to adjust a sawmill. This is not that. I'm doing what you could call an expedient sawmill alignment. I want to check a few things to make sure that I'm sawing straight wood. So you're going to see me show how you to align your bed rails up really fast. I mean, we're talking real fast. And this is not in a manual. We've got, damn, the dust is blowing. We've got a hurricane coming. The quick way to find out if something's out of kilter is to grab the track saw track, lean it up against all the rails and see if it lines up on everything, because this is extruded aluminum and it's really flat. If you try to line up each bed rail individually, as I said, they have a tendency to bend, they have a tendency to move. You can't do that. You kind of got to do all or nothing. If I line all three of those bed rails line up perfectly flat, and look at this one's down about an eighth. That one's perfect, that one's perfect, and that one's perfect. So the obvious answer is, hey, just raise the bed rail up 1/8 of an inch and you're done. It may be the obvious answer, but that is the wrong answer. Typically the bed rails are the last thing you want to adjust because that is your reference line. And say I raise this bed rail up 1/8 of an inch, does that then mean that now my blade is going to be cutting 1/8 of an inch high right here? Well, that's not what I want. So what I have to do is pick a fixed point on the saw head, both inboard and outboard. And if my mill's set up correctly, which I'm pretty sure it is, but we're going to check, I need to be able to measure from a fixed point, preferably the blade, which is basically the bottom of the band roller. And on those 3 bunks, I should have a good measurement that's exactly or reasonably exactly the same. And on this one, it should be in about an 1/8 inch low. I'm going to show you the Hobby Hardwood technique, but what it involves is this. This is a magnet. Used to be part of an old dial indicator. I don't even know where the dial, you can see how old this thing is. Basically, it's a magnet with a ball on the end. And the quickest way to find out if your rails are lined up with your saw blade is to run your saw blade down the rails and see what the distance is. That makes sense, doesn't it? So basically what you do is you take this little guy, and no, I don't sell these, so I'm sure you could buy one. You don't clamp him, you stick him right here to the saw blade, and then you track this ball or stud to the height of each bed rail, right over the adjustment bolt, go all the way down, and if the height stays the same on this side, and if the height stays, and if you run this down that way, and the height stays the same on this side, everything's good. That's all it takes. It's fractions of a minute. Basically, you go get the tool and run it up and down the mill. Now, when you do this, there's one word of caution. Do not. I mean, I run the mill when I'm doing this simply because this is heavy. I don't like pushing it. But one word of caution, do not put something on your blade that's magnetic and engage the blade. That's going to get ugly real quick. And do not blame me for that one. That was your fault, because I said don't do it. So the first step anytime you get ready to do anything is go around, kick your outriggers. They got to be tight at all positions. Move your saw head to one direction, kick your outriggers, go all the way up, kick them all. If they clank, you need to tighten them. You got to get your bed equally tensioned and flat, because these things do have a lot of flex, and if something's not tight one direction or another, you can get a bow in your sawmill that can cause you some issues. But don't do that. This is something you should do pretty much every day as you feel up. You just go around and kick everything. And if you, whoop, that one's a little bit loose, see that? So I'm just going to take this little guy right here, take this, a little too far, take that, turn it just a hair, put the pin back in, and that's all you got to do. Then you put the little magnetic guy on the saw blade, and you run the head backward and forward on this side and on that side. And if there's a difference in height, you're going to see it real fast. And then you make the adjustment real fast, which I will show you how to do. Just not touching. Nice. Nice. That looks a little high. Yeah, definitely. See that? It's up. So we need to come up some. So look at here, this guy's loose. We got to get under here, jack this up. That's where I want it. So I'm going to push the head back out of the way. Now let's go to the next one. As I push it along, it ain't off much, but just a little bit. Right about there is perfect. And then this one, that one's actually high. Probably to right about there. I need to give it a love tap. Check it. Perfect. Let's do a quick double check. Good, good. 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 All right, so I've shown you another hobby hardwood trick. I've never seen this done on any other video, or I've never even seen anybody else do it. You can use straight edges, you can use tape measures, you can use track saws, or you can use this little guy. And please give me comments, questions, anything like that. I'm going to do my best to answer them. Please subscribe, and please like, because what's to not to like, because I'm a likable guy. And I got to get back to sawing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This one is useful. You will be able to use this in your sawmilling career, and we will see y'all next week. Thanks for visiting our sawmill. Click on the links above to see more of our videos.